What is going on? It's Dad here, and I just want to share something a little milestone that I hit today. So I have been taking Duolingo Spanish for the past 100 days. As you can see, that's my streak right there. And I just kind of want to talk about my feelings about Duolingo and the Spanish program and how I feel like I have been progressing. So I hit 100 days today. You can see I have a 251 crowns achieved, and it says my level is 22, and I've got about 20,000 points. As you can see on my tree here, I haven't completed it completely, but I've gotten a lot of them maxed out. Gotten a lot of the achievements done here. I have my goal set at 50, which according to them is extreme, but I don't really think it's extreme. As you can see down the tree here, I've gotten a lot of them either maxed out or high 3s and 4s. 3s and 4s. Now I got some 2s and 1s. So I've gotten to about 2/3 of the way down of the tree. And, I'm only 100 days into it. And my impressions with this is this helps you build your vocabulary very well. But it doesn't, no matter what kind of drills you do on here, it still doesn't prepare you to speak it. I've gotten pretty cocky with some of my native speaking friends, and they blow right past me. I tell them to bring it on and come at me, and I don't understand anything they're saying. I can read Spanish pretty good now. Like, I can read maybe 75% of what I can comprehend and figure out about 75% of what I can read, which I think is pretty good, but I can't speak it. And the biggest problem that I have is where I think this program is lacking. It doesn't have you do enough speaking. It's all just done through translate this, translate that. Take a sentence in English and make it in Spanish. Take a sentence in Spanish and write the English equivalent. And to me, that doesn't prepare you for speaking it. Every time I try to speak Spanish, I just get in a big sticking point, and I don't know where to start, or I need to look up the first word or something like that. I'm still relying on Google Translate way too much. And even though I feel my vocabulary is maybe in the intermediate level right now, and my word knowledge is in the intermediate level, my speaking knowledge is still very, very basic and almost non-existent. I really struggle with speaking the language. Even right now, I could try to think of a sentence to say, and I would really struggle putting that sentence together. I know all the words to it, but just putting it together in a Spanish sort of way is still tough for me. And that's where I feel that this program fails you. A lot of the other programs like Rosetta Stone and stuff like that, you have to wear a mic and you do more speaking, and maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's why that program is so successful over other ones, because they have you do more speaking and they have you figure it out more. With this one, you can have hints, and it kind of gets you started on stuff. Like, if you're translating a sentence from English to Spanish, the first word in that sentence is always going to be capitalized, so you kind of already know what the first word is going to be. Is that cheating? No. But it's a crutch. Whereas I heard with Rosetta Stone, they don't give you those crutches like that. So I am happy with the progress I've gotten thus far with this, but do I feel like it prepared me to start speaking Spanish? Not at all. So I really truly believe that the key to learning Spanish or any other language, if you're a non-native speaker and you've never been around it, is to speak it as much as you can and listen to native speakers as much as you can. I've listened to the podcast a lot in Duolingo, and they're more of an intermediate level. And listening to it, I can pick out words, and I can kind of put sentences together. Not all of it, but I can kind of get the gist of what they're saying. There's a lot of podcasts through Google Podcasts that you can download. News in Spanish, slow news in Spanish, a lot of different podcasts. You just got to search it, and I've listened to a lot of those, and I listen just to my normal FM radio station a lot of times, and just listening has been helping me out, I think, more than doing this. So I think this is a great vocabulary builder, but you have to listen more and you have to speak more to really put it all together, because there's different parts. There's listening, reading, speaking, and I think this only gives you one out of the three. I think you have to find ways to listen to more Spanish and speak more Spanish, and all you have to do is find a native speaking friend, and they're going to help you. I have a lot of native speaking friends, and they're more than willing to help you and give you constructive criticism or correct you if you say a conjugation wrong and stuff like that. That's where I really struggle at is the saying a word in the right tense and forming the sentence in a Spanish way, because it is totally different than what we're used to in English. So, let me know what you think about Duolingo. Let me know what your experiences are with Duolingo. Again, I'm not bashing Duolingo. I'm going to continue with it for sure. I'm going to turn this whole tree gold. It's just, this was my 100-day mark, and I wanted to kind of culminate what I've learned thus far at this point. So leave the comments below, subscribe if you like it, and K&D Variety Channel is out here.